Good morning, Max. I hope you're having a good morning. Today is Tuesday, March 24th. I hope you had some fun and learned some really cool things during your research yesterday on volcanoes. I didn't know that volcanoes are actually formed from the Earth's plates moving back and forth. And then when they push together and move up like this, it creates a mountain, which can sometimes form a volcano, which I thought was pretty cool. I also learned that there's things called lava lakes, which is basically like a lake you would see with water, but it's full of this hot lava. So some really cool stuff out there. I'm interested to know and see what you learned. For today's lesson, you are going to need the National Geographic Explorer. It looks like this. And you are also going to need your pack of note cards and something to write with. So once you've located this, and it's all in your take-home bag, is where you'll find these things. I want you to actually turn to where it says lava. We are going to start reading and actually start previewing and pre-reading this article in this magazine. So it goes all the way to, looks like it stops here on page 9. So if you remember that when we preview a nonfiction text, there are certain things that we look at, which are called text features. Some of those text features are, for example, the title, Lessons in Lava. So I'm thinking from this title it's going to have to do with maybe teaching me about lava, and I do know that lava is that stuff that spews out of a volcano. And then we look at what's called subheadings or headings on a page. We also look at the cool pictures that there are, the captions that kind of describe what the picture's about. We might look at some of those bolded words, because those are words that the author feels are important and wants us to pay attention to. A lot of times we call those vocabulary words. Another thing we can look at are the diagrams that authors put in. This is another text feature, and you can see that diagram is labeled. And then here's another diagram too of a volcano. Wow, I didn't know that there was such a thing as a campsite inside a volcano. That's crazy. And it looks like from this picture that the team set up camp on the second ledge inside the crater. So what I'm thinking is that there's some people, they're camping on the ledge of this volcano. I wonder why, what they're doing. Hopefully maybe I can find out. So as I look through here, I'm noticing some titles, the subtitles, the volcano moving plates, which I learned about yesterday. The earth is moving plates, and that those plates moving cause an earthquake, or they can also cause a volcano, and sometimes a volcano to erupt. I think this says Goma in trouble, so I'm wondering if this is a place that maybe a volcano erupted at. I noticed here when I looked at this, and I was like, wow, that looks like a big pool of hot lava, and that's exactly what it is. And it says one of the world's largest lava lakes bubbles and churns. So I wonder if churning is like turning and moving. So that's really cool. It looks like it's really hot too with all the steam coming up. I was curious, when I saw this picture about and read that there's a team camping on a ledge, and then looked at the kind of a diagram of a volcano and noticed that there's a campsite, and then there's that lava lake, which is like this, which is kind of crazy because the campsite's really close to that lava lake. I wonder how hot it is in there. And so I read this. It says team members prepare to climb into the crater. And it says looking for lava and the journey down. So I wonder if these are, I don't know if these are just regular people or if they're scientists. And it looks like they're getting ready to climb inside that volcano to study it. So I'm interested to see what kinds of things they study and what they learn. So kind of cool. I see getting to work, to the lake, beating the odds. I was interested in this suit down here. It kind of reminded me of like astronaut spacesuit. And it says that this suit protects a scientist from the intense heat of a volcano. So kind of answered my question about, wow, I wonder how hot it gets. It must get pretty hot if they need a suit to protect them from that heat in that volcano. Kind of like an astronaut needs a suit to protect them from certain things in space. So very cool. Okay, so now after previewing this and taking a look at some of those text features, the pictures, the title, the captions, and some of the headings, and kind of talking through it and asking myself some questions, I can kind of begin to understand some of the things that I'm going to learn about in this article. And that's called previewing or pre-reading a text. So what I want you to do is you can continue to take a look through this and do some of the things that I was doing and questioning and looking at some of the pictures. And when you're finished, I would like you to take a note card. And on this note card, I want you to write one question or one thing you wonder. So you could say, I wonder how hot the lava is. I wonder how many volcanoes erupt each year. Anything like that. And then on the second part of the note card, I want you to write one thing you learned. So for example, as I was looking at this, I learned that, holy cow, people camp on the inside ledge of a volcano. So that would be one thing that I learned. So that's what I would like you to do. And then what you can do is, when you're done with your preview or pre-read note card, you can just stick it inside your magazine, and then if you would please take a picture of it and send it to me on Google Classroom. If you are unable to take a picture and send it on Google Classroom, then take a picture and email it to me so I can see the work that you have completed. And then on Wednesday, we will continue our work with this article titled Lessons in Lava about Volcanoes. Have a good rest of your day, Max.